The Eye of Sauron commands you to watch. Whoa.
Man.
Wow. Drinking. Wow. Man. Ew, I'm growing, developing a cyst. Gross. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? I think I'm doing some ecstasy now. Look at this crap. What is going on here?
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Sitting there trying to tell you all this crap, but like you can see like his other things that
This
he's
one
done.
took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Stage. Stage. Stage! Are we gonna be an actor?
This kind of reminds me of... Is it Black Ops?
What do you mean?
Where you have like the zombie mode and you've got to like shoot a bunch of zombies and stuff and stay alive.
I mean... Hello?
Well.
Alright, the performance is beginning! Places, please! Uh-oh. In this scene, you'll be playing as me. We are the gathering of professionals. First, you will start out leaning against this wall. Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room is in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. Blah, 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 blah. Go on and say something to her.
Oh.
Where's the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around it and have a conversation with this person. Do it again. What will you choose? No, no, no. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe you need a better feel of the setting. There were lots of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These
bunch of air fresheners.
Yeah, right? Bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. You're messing it all up again! You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. Everything was writing on this. Whatever. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage.
Alright, back to the light. I'm comfortable at the light. Highlight. No? Further? Whoa.
Oh! Hello, prison. Whoa. Okay, yes, now
The
this
game
is
ends
working.
with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Well, that hit a little too close to home.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
That hit... Okay.
Keep your eyes closed?
Mobius Trip?
Okay.
Okay, oh god. Okay. Okay. Hold on. It says, why did I go blind? I can't see. Your chat options are help, I'm blind, I can't see anything, or what's going on.
You gotta choose something at least?
Can't you do something? Can you fix this? What's going on? Someone please talk to me. Oh my, okay, well, you're dead. Okay, and we're back here again. Captain, what can we do? Help, I'm blind, I can't see anything, what's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already.
Okay.
It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Man. What am I missing?
Well, if you look down a little bit, there you go, that's coming at you. We're gonna be killed by a giant door.
Huh.
So this is apparently solvable. Go down the stairs. Up to your right. The hell? Listen, this elevator will lift us up to the pink head person. Truth.
I didn't even get a chance to
Make an option?
read what it was.
Well, like with the power of
Like I
editing.
said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Huh. Struggling, man.
No doubt.
And as someone who can kind of relate to some of these issues, I'm just like, dude, I want to help.
Ooh.
Well, there's something serene about this, but very lonely. It's like Nirvana.
It's kind of trippy.
The music becoming distorted, uneasing.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
There's a switch here.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
That's true. Painfully true.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it.
This
I
is
wanted
more or
it
less
to
what I'm
stop
feeling now.
more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
What the heck, dude? Somebody tell me this dude's okay. Like, for real. Bam. Huh. Wonder if that's gonna show up on the feed there.
What?
Whoa. Interesting.
And of course, it's the machine.
My friends, I guess. Whoa. Okay.
Back to the stage. Whoa.
Oh. Okay, you know, like... You have options there. But, like... Again, I kind of feel like...
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Coda is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, the room with the ideas, man.
Again, this hits close to home for me in several ways.
Oh, snap.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
That reminds me of the Vault dude from Evil Within. Okay.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
And then...
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
This is left exactly.
Well, this is the last game.
I know, that's why I'm like, should we just cut it here or just let it go on from here? Screw it, let it go. Correction me. I'm actually going to stop it here because it did go on a little longer than I thought it would. So you can go ahead and just click the doorway there to subscribe and join us for the finale next time.